this is James Pelton, and we're still on our 5-week road trip. So we're in Sacramento still, heading down to San Diego here in a couple days, and then I'll be back sometime mid-June. So it's been a fun trip. I did want to get my profit, my numbers out for the month of May. So that's what this video is. If you like this series, appreciate this series, please hit the like button. And our goal is to get 1,000 likes to keep this series with my monthly numbers going. My final for the month was 129,000, and compared to April, that's down a little bit, down about 16K. So just want to compare kind of some of my big projects and what were losers, what lost money, and then what gained money. So up at the top is Drip, where each month for the last like 4 months, it's just gone down a little bit each month. The chart has just been going down. So I made 44K in April, and in this May, made 32K in May. So that was a loser. Polar Nodes, which was 13K for April, was way down here at 1,600 for May. So that was definitely one of my biggest losers. Tavern also made 12K in April, and it was down at 2K for May. So we had a bunch of losers, a bunch of things that came down. Hyperfund still is going strong, but a lot of people have said they've had trouble withdrawing, and I too now have had trouble withdrawing for the last month or so. So again, that is my secret project, but I don't know that I recommend it right now. EMP Money, which made 8,000 bucks in April. I've kind of doubled down, put a lot more. We've stayed above peg for most of the month, and it actually made 19K. So it's actually catching up with Drip as my #1 project. Along with that, Yield Nodes. I have a lot in Yield Nodes now. I'm actually looking to kind of get some of it out because there's too much in there for me to be comfortable with, but ended up making about 10K. And actually I had my math a little bit wrong for Yield Nodes, but yeah, made about 9K in Yield Nodes. So I'm looking to diversify out of Yield Nodes a little bit just because I have 140, 150K in there, and I feel like it's too much. So I'm looking for some other places to put it. Another one that was up this month that I did not have in my April numbers was Piggy Bank. And I don't know how long it's going to be printing money the way it has. I'm thinking about doing it. If I understood exactly how the Piggy Bank worked, this is a part of the Drip ecosystem, then I would do a video on it. But I don't totally understand how it works. Trying to figure it out. But I know I put in 10K, and I made like 8K in the month of May. So did very well. Grape Finance was another one. I made 4,000 in the month of April and made another 4K in May. I am looking to put more into Grape just because it's been so solid. So I think my June numbers will be higher for Grape because I put a significant amount more into Grape. My KD5 miners, I should probably change this to 150K because I actually bought one more miner. And the price of Kadena has just been in the hole. So unfortunately, I only made 3,600 off my miners. But if the price of Kadena ever goes back up, then that might end up being a good investment. Those are actual miners that I have going. COTPS is gone. The website's gone now, but I was able to pull out. I about doubled what I put in there, so I was able to get that out. Strong Nodes down quite a bit from the month before. Elephant Money is actually up. They're getting closer to peg, but they're doing, I need to look into this. I have an AMA coming up with Bank Teller, but you're not able to just redeem your trunk for BUSD anymore. There's like a queue that you have to put it in. Fire's way down. Rocket Fuel's been super profitable for me. I'll leave a link to that. Aleph has been pretty good. Again, we talked about Tavern. I have some just miscellaneous projects. If you look at my journey to 10K a day, I have a whole bunch of these at the bottom that I don't want to put a line for each of these here. Drip Garden's been down. Polar Nodes is down. Horde has been doing really well. I will have more in June because I gave a challenge to the Horde community that if they could get 100 likes, I should have done something more than 100 likes on one of my Twitter tweets, then I would buy another 5 plots, and I did end up doing that, so my Horde numbers will be much higher for June. Gold Mint, I have an AMA coming up with them, but they're a tomb fork that is pegged to the price of gold. Very, very interesting, and I'm excited for that. And it did really well, made about 61% return in May, and probably about that much for June also. So I'll have a video coming out on them. Olympus, still not good. I did want to put a couple of new things on my chart here. These are not crypto. It's been hard to find content as through the bear market. There's not a lot in crypto that's been doing well, and the timing worked out well because I'm on vacation, so I shouldn't be doing that many videos anyways. But there were a few passive income opportunities that I wanted to put on my sheet just to keep you aware of that aren't crypto related, and I'll probably be adding more as time goes on, just as I find passive income plays that I'm involved in. The channel doesn't have to be strictly crypto, also I think you guys are probably just wanting passive income, right? Doesn't matter where it comes from. So I do have an Amazon store, a Fulfilled by Amazon store that I have people run for me, and it was about 25K to get that started, and they've built it up to the point where it's making about $1,500 a month. So I'll keep you appraised of that. I might do a full video on that at some point. It's taken a long time, so it's taken almost 10 months to get it from this initial to $1,500 a month. So it's not, super profitable yet, but I do like that. I have my Ethereum miner that's still going. Actually, this number will probably be down for the month of June. Difficulty's gone up quite a bit for Ethereum mining. DLP Capital is another one that I might do a video on its own, but it's a real estate fund. It gets 12% a year. So again, it's lower returns. It's invested in real estate. I have 100K in there, and it makes $1,200 a month. And actually, it's nice. It's tax free because of depreciation with real estate. But I'll leave a link to that. I do think you have to be an accredited investor, which means you need to have either 200K a year in income or $1 million net worth, I think is the stipulations. Piston tokens, another new one, made about $1,000, about a 40% return. It's been doing okay. Vapor nodes, hoping they get their decks out and things like that. Cubo nodes has been going down quite a bit, but I initially just put in $500 and compounded it a bunch. So I'm still, off that $500 initial investment, still making $800 a month. So not a bad play there. Seifu's been way down. Playable nodes has been doing okay, about 20% return. Dominium did okay. Thor's down. Bomb has not been able to stay on peg, so not been making a ton from Bomb, but if they ever get back on peg, that'll be doing well. Hive, about a 10% return. Emerald nodes, I kind of went all in on Emerald nodes, and it's not been doing great for me, but still $500 a month. HNW, I did an AMA with them and made $300 from them. Titano's down, Neighbors is down, so most of these other ones are down. The last one I wanted to feature here was Freeway. I have 5K in there, and I'm going to be taking some of my yield nodes and putting it into Freeway, but it made $200 for the month of May. Then, of course, Anchor made $200, but then I lost about 35K. So maybe, I don't know the best way to display that in this spreadsheet, but that's where we're at. Anyway, so this is where I ended up with for the month. So considering that crypto's completely crashed, this could be a lot worse. I am looking to kind of diversify. If I find good things out of crypto, then I'll even do that. But I just going to keep posting my numbers here, keep showing you what I think through, how I think through things. I did want to remind you, too, that I now have my own channel in Sleep Money Club. So if you're interested in just getting a hold of me one-on-one and we can walk through, blueprints, spreadsheet, different projects, whatever you want to talk about, hop into Sleep Money Club and join the James Pelton channel. And I'm in there several times a day kind of answering people's questions and just talking through things. Again, please do leave a like. Please subscribe. Please comment what projects I should be taking a look at that are doing well through the bear market. And I wish you all the best. Hope you all have a great rest of your day.